A string quartet is probably the most exacting musical animal in the classical world. You have to be incredibly fast on your feet. When somebody's listening to a quartet, the first thing that they'll listen to is the ensemble. Playing in a quartet, it's sort of what I would call a creative anarchy, because nobody's the boss.
Nobody gives us a downbeat. Nobody says 3, 4, and we play.
The composers, starting really with Joseph Haydn. Haydn was known to have said that he wanted string quartet to be a conversation of gentlemen or gentle ladies, people who had interesting things to say to each other.
And I think that's one of the key things listening to chamber music, is to see what kind of conversation's happening, like in the Italian Serenade. There's a lot of bouncing off rhythms. They're very quick.
There's a moment where the cello plays all by himself and the viola and second violin are commenting. Da 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 dee dum da dum, and they play da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. And then the cello goes dee da dee da da, and viola answers dee da da, and cello dee da da da. It's as if saying, "Listen to me, young man." So there's arguments, and there's agreement, and there's all kinds of quick interpersonal relationships.
The basis of all music, really, I would say, is character. What is the music trying to portray? How does it make you feel? A piece like the Italian Serenade, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. It's light, it's humorous.
But there's also, there's a lot of darkness and very quick changing moods.
There comes a moment where all of this activity suddenly stops, and then you hear and then I come in with a slightly addled little tune.
Whimsical and slightly devilish melody.
On one hand, it's bubbly, it's like champagne, but there's something nasty in it.
I think it's fun for the audience to hear that piece because it's not always so predictable.
The nice thing about chamber music is that when people who have not been exposed come to a chamber music concert, they can get it on a visceral level.
What everybody notices when they go to a concert of ours particularly is the communication.
There are body movements that you have to do when you're playing in a quartet to communicate, because you can't be talking. Even like a simple sniff will signal something. We often look at each other.
The visual communication, if the audience notices who's looking at who, it's usually saying, well, I'm looking at who has the most important material.
The person who is carrying the rhythmic impetus or the melody at that particular time. You can have the violas in charge here. The cello's in charge. No, the second violin.
It's sort of like watching a tennis match. You say, look over here, look over there, look back there, look in front, so that we get that to the listeners. Say, this is what you need to listen to.
People they take a lot in with their eyes. It's all a part of the experience, of course. A live concert is a live concert. That's why we still have live concerts, so people can actually, not just hear, but see.
You don't have to be an aficionado of music to enjoy our concert. I think going with an open mind and an open heart, open ears, is really all that's required.